As I explained, the average energy of the oscillator. So right now, I want to find out the first Planck's formula by using the average energy. Okay. See, for that purpose, I consider first unit once again. That is called kinetic theory of gases. In the kinetic theory of gases, see, in kinetic theory of gases, uh, we consider that a gas sample is containing in a container. So the gas sample is collected by a container, but these molecules are rightly infinite number of molecules. Understand, infinite number of molecules. So infinite number of molecules, they are randomly distributed because this molecules doesn't have any order right now. So random means order, they are not maintained at order, so it is completely different way distributed molecules. For that purpose we are consider the number of molecules per unit volume. So I will consider for suppose inside I will consider per unit volume. In that volume, how many number of molecules per unit volume at the range. This is nothing but range. So that range I can calculate it. So same concept once again I here also I used, that is called see, the number of oscillators per unit volume. So the number of oscillates per unit volume. So the number of oscillates, the number of oscillations per unit volume, per unit volume, V and V plus dV, like per unit number of molecules per unit volume. Here I consider completely this is a harmonic oscillator because it is like a harmonic oscillator. Using that harmonic oscillator concept, see, I'll write here, this is the number of oscillations and energy of each oscillation. So every radiation inside the radiation, the photon is like an oscillator. So that's why the energy of the oscillator I consider. So therefore I use the same technique here also, the number of oscillations per unit volume, V plus dV. So in that equation we will get, see, once again I will come to here. Okay, right. So the number of molecules per unit volume V plus dV is f of mu. So that is called total frequency of total occupancy of molecules. So that f is equal to, f of v is equal to 8 pi mu square by c cube into d nu. So this is the formula. This formula is derived in first unit actually. So once again I use that same formula in this concept. So the total number of oscillations per unit volume v plus vdv is given by, so that is called f of v is equal to 8 pi mu square by c cube into d nu. So here nu is the nothing but frequency of the oscillator. Okay, so that is called frequency. So now right now what is the energy distribution of a black body? So there is a one formula between energy distribution. So the distribution energy distribution of a black body is, the energy distribution of a black body is E nu into d nu. Okay, so that is called energy distribution E into d nu. So generally energy distribution is nothing but E into number of oscillations per unit volume. So energy into energy of oscillators, total energy of oscillators. What is that energy? This is called average energy right now. Average energy into number of oscillators per unit volume. So number of oscillators per unit volume. This is called energy distribution. Energy distribution. So therefore the energy distribution of a black body is E nu. So this is nothing but E nu. Why I consider E nu means because I take the value in terms of nu. So I consider average energy value in terms of nu. So nu is nothing but emitted frequency, okay, of radiation. So this is the emitted frequency of radiation, and emitted frequency radiation energy, that's called average energy of the oscillator into, this is called d nu. So that is nothing but frequency, okay. So that is nothing but frequency. This is a, this value is nothing but this value. So that's why you can simply write E nu is equal to d nu. So therefore that value is nothing but 8 pi nu square by c cube into, what is the average energy? Energy is nothing but, h nu by, okay, expansion h nu by kt minus 1. So this is the formula I already derived, average energy formula. See, this is the average energy formula, okay. So using this equation I'll get these things. So average energy into number of oscillators per second. So that's called number of oscillator frequency is nothing but f of nu d nu actually. So this is nothing but f of nu d nu. So that value is nothing but energy. So this is energy into d nu. So this is the formula. So simply you will solve it better. Okay. So this is the actual equation. So that equation is represented by C. This is the equation, final equation, okay. So this is nothing but energy, total energy distribution of a Planck's radiation. This energy is nothing but, this is into d nu. D nu is there na, d nu. So simply write this equation, E nu into d nu is equal to, so simply write 8 pi nu square nu cube and h, see one h is there, divided by c cube into 1 divided by expansion h nu by kt minus 1, okay. So this is the into d nu. So this is the so this is the highlighter. I used all these things. This is called so no need. Okay, so this is the actually important formula, and it is called as important formula. This is called Planck's formula, okay. This is called Planck's formula, okay. So this is a Planck's radiation formula. This is a Planck's radiation formula. Planck's radiation formula, okay. Planck's radiation formula, okay. I want to change this equation in terms of wavelength. In terms of wavelength, in terms of wavelength. Okay, how to change this equation in terms of wavelength? So 1 second, students. See students, I'll take this equation, I'll write this equation in terms of wavelength lambda, okay, in terms of wavelength lambda. So how to write this equation in terms of wavelength? Because already we know that nu is equal to c by lambda. So everybody know this equation, nu frequency is equal to c by lambda, okay. So simply take the differentiation d nu is equal to minus c by lambda square into d lambda. Okay, so this is nothing but lambda is differentiable factor. C is a velocity of light, it is a constant actually, that's why minus c divided by lambda square into d lambda. So take the d nu magnitude only you consider, so that is called minus c by lambda square into d lambda. Okay, so due to this magnitude, because I don't want sign configuration, so that's why take the magnitude. So therefore this equation can be represented e lambda into d lambda. Why? Because it is converted into d lambda, so in place of d nu you simply put lambda. Okay, so this is equal to, see, what is from this equation, 8 pi h nu cube. Nu is nothing but frequency. Right now nu is equal to c cube by lambda cube, c cube by lambda cube into c cube. So downside is a c cube is there, and simply substitute lambda is equal to c by lambda. Nu is equal to c by lambda. So therefore this is the nu cube, that's why c cube divided by lambda cube into c cube into 1 by c. This is called expansion. What is h nu? H is nothing but h c by lambda kt. The other than h nu is nothing but c by lambda kt minus 1. Okay, into d nu is nothing but d nu is nothing but minus c by lambda square into d lambda, minus c by lambda square. So I already take magnitude, so that's why it's a plus c by lambda square d lambda, because d nu is equal to c by lambda square lambda. So simply cancel c cube from this equation, and this is lambda square, simply lambda 5. So therefore your final expression is e lambda d lambda is equal to, see, 8 pi h divided by lambda cube lambda square lambda power 5. Okay, into see, one c is there, I think, so c is there. Okay, so this is a c divided by lambda square into 1 divided by expansion hc by lambda kt minus 1 into d lambda So this is the expression of Planck's formula for black body radiation. So this is called Planck's formula for black body radiation. Okay, understand? So Planck's formula for black body radiation. So this is the first formula, Planck's formula. I already derived Planck's formula. So please note everybody, I'll move to second formula, that is called Wien's formula. So please note everybody, I'll move to Wien's formula. So understand everybody, first of all, I derive the Planck's formula in terms of frequency, emitted frequency. After then I'll change in terms of wavelength. So how can I change wavelength? Because nu is equal to c by lambda, I simply differentiate. After differentiate, I get one value. Using that value and substitute the value, I'll get final expression in terms of wavelength. That is called e lambda d lambda is equal to 8 by hc by lambda power 5 into 1 by expansion hc by lambda kt minus 1. So it's a very important formula, Planck's formula, because most of the time in university exams they are asking this question, Max Planck's formula. So that is the reason I I always preferred. Okay. So next I want to find out Wien's formulas. The second one is Wien's formula. So I'll move to next page. Okay. I move to next page. So next formula, Wien's formula. Wien's formula. The second one. So this is actually first one. Now I'll move to second one. This is the second one. Wien's formula. See, once again I write Planck's formula using Planck's formula. See, Planck's formula, once again I'll write the Planck's formula. E lambda d lambda is equal to 8 pi hc by lambda power 5 into 1 by expansion hc by lambda kt minus 1 into d lambda. So this is the actual formula, Planck's formula. So Wien's formula only obtained by using Planck's formula only. So Wien's formula is obtained by Planck's formula only. Okay. First of all, he considered for short range wavelength. For short wavelengths or short range wavelengths. So for short wavelength, for short range wavelength, if you consider short range wavelength, what will be happen? This expansion term, expansion hc by lambda kt is much greater than 1. So this is the condition for short range, obtain short range wavelengths. So this expansion is much greater than 1. This is called short range wavelength. So therefore the 1 can be neglected because the 1 value is much greater than expansion hc by lambda kt. So therefore the lower values of this expansion term will be neglected. So comma 1 can be neglected. So 1 can be neglected. What will be happen now if you neglect the equation 1 from the above equation? So simply say it's equation. I already give the numbers of these equations from this last. So this is the 7th equation. Okay. After then you'll write this is the 8th equation. Okay. So after then 8th equation, this is the 9th equation, and this is the 10th equation. So this is the 10th equation. Okay. If you give the numbers, you can understand easily what is the procedure to find out every equation. So this is the 10th equation. So right now I using the Planck's formula, or this is the 10th equation actually, Planck's formula or 10th equation. Okay. So this, okay, right now this is the 10th equation. So simply neglected one and substitute. So neglected one, and equation 10 becomes how it will change. See, equation 10 becomes, so simply I neglect 1 from this equation 10. So I'll get only E lambda d lambda is equal to 8 pi hc by lambda power 5 into, see, 1 by expansion hc by lambda kt. I'll get only this one because 1 I'll neglect 1 because of I'm using the short range wavelength condition. So for short range wavelength condition, expansion hc by lambda kt is almost all much greater than 1. So more greater than 1 compared to 1. So that's why I simply neglect the equation. So therefore, so finally I put some orbitals. I want to change this equation further. So for that purpose, simply put capital A is equal to 8 pi hc and capital B is equal to hc by k. So simply write hc by k. Okay. So I consider hc by k is capital B and 8 pi hc is simply I consider capital A. So using these two notations, E lambda d lambda is equal to capital A by lambda power 5 into 1 by expansion. Okay, so HC by K is B divided by KT. Okay, B divided by KT. Understand? Okay, so you will consider that this equation will be changed. E lambda d lambda is equal to A divided by lambda power 5 into, see, this 1 by expansion is nothing but expansion B by KT whole inverse. Okay, so you can write this equation E lambda d lambda is equal to A times of lambda power minus 5 into expansion minus B by KT, because inverse e power, see, e power x whole inverse, that is nothing but e power minus x. Okay, so using this notation I can change this equation. So this is called Wien's displacement formula, Wien's formula. This is called Wien's formula. Okay, this is Wien's formula for black body distribution. This is Wien's formula for BLS black body radiation. Okay, so this is the Wien's formula for black body radiation. So this is the second formula. Second formula I completed. Second formula is almost obtained by using 10th equation only, and it means we using the Planck's formula only. If you know the Planck's formula, then only you can obtain Wien's formula. Just Wien's was not doing anything, so just as he was considered that a short range wavelengths. If these are short range wavelengths, using the concept of short range wavelengths, he just simply neglected the value 1 from the Planck's equation. After then he put some constants A and B. A, B are constants because 8 pi h is a constant. Constant is multiplied with anything will be constant, and B also HC by constant. So he consider he put the h pi c 8 pi hc as the constant capital A, and hc by k is constant capital B. So simply he substitute the constants, and finally he obtained one equation. So that is called Wien's displacement. Sorry, Wien's formula. Okay, Wien's displacement is different and Wien's formula is different. Right now, average energy of black body we find out. After then Planck's formula find out, and second one is Wien's formula is found out. Next, the third one. So please note everybody, I'll move to third one, that is called Rayleigh-Jeans formula. Rayleigh-Jeans formula. Okay, so Wien's was taken shorter range wavelengths, but Rayleigh-Jeans considered higher wavelengths. Okay, he takes for same equation for higher wavelengths. So both are doing the same procedure, but Wien's takes a shorter wavelength. He furtherly he was developed this theory by using short range wavelengths, and Rayleigh-Jeans comes and simply takes Wien's formula, and he was considered for higher wavelengths, and he can develop the theory by higher wavelengths equation. So simply he was considered lower wavelength and higher wavelengths, that's all. Wien's considered for lower short range wavelengths, and Rayleigh-Jeans considered for higher wavelengths. Please note everybody, I'll move to another. So already K వచ్చేసింది కాబట్టి VHC lambda T. So this is called I'll just write in small mistake here. HC by K is capital V, so that's why lambda T. So this is called lambda T. Okay, lambda T. I write here mistake. Simply I erase these things. Clearly I write here. So this is called lambda t, lambda t, lambda. So simply I just mistakenly write k. Okay, so this is a Wien's formula. So next third one is called third equation, Rayleigh, Rayleigh, Rayleigh genes, Rayleigh genes formula. Okay, so simply this formula, he was considered for higher wavelengths. That's all. What Wien's was taken, simply he takes the Planck's formula, he copied the Planck's formula. After then, he was developed that theory by using short range wavelength concept. So similarly, Rayleigh genes form. After then, he developed the theory by using the concept of higher wavelength. So for higher wavelength, see, that is for higher wavelength means that is lambda is very large. Okay, so for higher wavelength means lambda is almost very large. So therefore so that is lambda is very, so therefore if lambda is very high means hc by lambda kt is very small. Why? Because if higher wavelength, lambda is very large, but the concept of hc by lambda kt, because lambda is in denominator. Okay, so therefore its value is very small. So therefore e power hc by lambda kt, so take expansion is nothing but e power hc by lambda kt. So you can expand this value by using exponential term. E power x is equal to 1 plus x square by 2 factorial plus so on. Using this expression, okay, so I'll expand this equation. So what actually Wiens says, that Wiens simply leave this term, because why he was not consider this term, because he was considered for shorter range wavelengths. So shorter wavelengths range only you neglected one, but higher range means see, actually higher range means expansion hc by lambda kt, okay, minus 1 for higher wavelengths. Okay, if lambda is much greater than 1, so this term will be considered the exponential term only, hc by lambda kt. Okay, so this is called exponential term only consider. For higher wavelength, almost 1 is much greater than lambda for higher wavelengths. So this value. For suppose if see, for shorter wavelength, okay, for higher wavelengths what will be happen? For shorter wavelengths, this is for shorter wavelengths, so lambda is equal to 1. So this lambda is much greater than 1 in previous case, that is called shorter wavelength condition. So for suppose in higher wavelength condition, so lambda is much greater than 1, then simply take expansion hc by lambda kt minus 1. So here the expansion term will becomes expansion term of hc. Okay, so this one is okay, is there, but right now we can expand this term. So therefore A is equal to hc by lambda kt, that is called 1 plus hc by lambda kt plus 1 by 2 factorial into hc by lambda kt plus so on. Okay, so this is the theory, expansion term. Right now simply expansion term will be substituted in this equation. Okay, so therefore from Planck's law, what is Planck's law? Planck's law is equal to E lambda d lambda is equal to 8 pi hc by lambda power 5 into d lambda divided by c. What is the expansion term? Expansion hc by lambda kt minus 1. Okay, so simply take only the first two terms because these are higher terms. Higher terms can be neglected. Higher terms can be neglected. So take only the first two. Okay, so therefore simply substitute E lambda d lambda is equal to 8 pi hc by lambda power 5 into d lambda divided by what is the expansion value, 1 plus hc by lambda kt minus 1. So see, from higher wavelengths, from shorter wavelength. So shorter wavelengths we can neglect 1. Understand, we neglect 1, but in case of higher wavelengths, so lambda is much greater than 1. Okay, so therefore in this condition simply you do the expansion, the first two terms of the expansion consider. So simply calculate all these things, you will get. So because this 1 and 1 will be right now cancelled. Okay, so 1 will be cancelled. So finally you will get, I erase all these things. See, finally you will get E lambda d lambda is equal to 8 pi hc by lambda power 5 into d lambda divided by hc by lambda kt. So simply E lambda d lambda is equal to 8 pi hc by lambda power 5 into lambda kt d lambda divided by hc. So simply see, hc will be cancelled, 1 lambda cancel, ante again cut out na, no problem, no. So therefore finally you will get E lambda d lambda is equal to 8 pi kt divided by lambda power 4 d lambda. Okay, so this is the Rayleigh formula. So Rayleigh, this is nothing but Rayleigh formula. Understand? This is Rayleigh formula. This is Rayleigh-Jeans formula for black body radiation. Okay, so this is the formula. He find out the formula, 8 pi kt divided by lambda 4 into d lambda. Understand everybody? Okay. Please note everybody. Understand? This is Planck's formula. Okay, so in the next class, see what I explain in this class. See once again. So in previous class I explained the energy distribution, average energy of the oscillator. From today's class I explained Planck's formula. Okay, I simply take the number of oscillators per unit volume, V and V plus dV, so that's called V is volume. Okay, is given by f of nu is equal to 8 pi nu square c cube by d cube. So this equation is similar to first unit equation, that's called from kinetic theory of gases. In there also we considered some molecules are occupied in a gas. These molecules are randomly oriented and the molecules are in infinite condition. In this situation, the number of molecules per unit volume, how you will consider. Similarly, the number of oscillators per unit volume consider in the Planck's constant. So that distribution is f of nu is equal to 8 pi nu square c cube into d nu. So once again, I introduce the energy distribution of a black body. So that energy distribution, simply I substitute E lambda d lambda. E lambda d lambda is the energy distribution, that is called E lambda d lambda means f of nu lambda. So that's actually this energy distribution is nothing but simply write this is also you can write E lambda E nu into f of nu d nu. So this is the nothing but total energy distribution. So that energy distribution E lambda d lambda is equal to 8 pi nu square by c cube into h. So simply I substitute multiplication of E average energy into average frequency of oscillator. So that's called number of oscillator. So that after multiplying all these two, I'll get E nu d nu 8 is equal to 8 pi nu hc by c cube. That is 1 divided by expansion h nu by kt minus 1 into d nu. So this is nothing but Planck's radiation, but this Planck radiation right now in emitted frequency range. So it is in terms of frequency, but in terms of wavelength I can change this equation, because wavelength mu is equal to we will get this equation in terms of wavelength. How? Because mu is nothing but c by lambda. So derivative of that you will get d mu is equal to mod c by lambda square d lambda. So simply substitute whatever the terms, that's called in place of mu you will submit c by lambda. So finally we will get this equation. This is the in terms of wavelength equation. So this is the Planck's wavelength formula for black body of radiation. So that's called E lambda d lambda is equal to 8 pi hc by lambda power 5 into 1 divided by expansion hc by lambda kt. Okay. So after then I derive Wien's formula. So Wien's formula, what I consider same, I once again I write the Planck's formula. Using the Planck's formula, I can consider the short range wavelength. For short range wavelength, so expansion term is much greater than 1. So in this case, the expansion terms are very high compared to 1. So therefore simply neglected 1. So equation 8 becomes changing. Okay, so equation 10 becomes changing, that is E lambda d lambda is equal to 8 by hc by lambda power 5 into 1 by expansion hc by lambda kt. So what Wien says do that, simply take the constants in the above expression. What are the constants term? H is a constant term, multiply c is a constant term, and 5 is also constant, 8 is a number, so therefore this is a constant number. So that's why he represented constant as a one alphabet number, capital A, and hc by k is also constant from there, that is represented by capital B. So simply he substitute constants in the above equations, and finally he get E lambda d lambda is equal to a into lambda power minus 5 expansion minus b by lambda kt. So that is called Wien's formula. Okay, after then I prove Rayleigh-Jeans formula. Actually, Wien's considered for shorter wavelengths and Rayleigh-Jeans considered for higher wavelengths. If lambda is very large, then hc by lambda kt is very small. So therefore, the hc by lambda kt concept is very small. So that's why we can take the expansion term. That expansion term is 1 plus hc by lambda kt plus 1 by 2 factorial hc. So this is called expansion of e power x expansion formula. So this is called e power x. This is called e power x expansion. So using e power x expansion, you will get this equation. But I am consider only the first two terms, because remaining all are all are high equations. So that's why it's simply neglected higher terms. So therefore the equation E lambda d lambda 8 by hc lambda 5 by d lambda into expansion hc by kt will be changed, because in expansion HC by lambda term, we can substitute the first terms of expansion terms 1 plus HC by lambda. The 1 will cancel. After then this equation will be, after the calculations, it will be E lambda d lambda is equal to 8 pi kt by lambda 4 d lambda. So this is the formula for Rayleigh-Jeans formula. Okay, so understand everybody, please message me if you are understand or not.